you sitting across from me, looking deep into my eyes. I whisper to you, I love you. But you're just a ham sandwich. With a slice of provolone cheese and maybe some butter on it too. It's French. But something's wrong. Your bread, it's too dense. Lettuce, wilting. And I can't believe that's not butter. What is that? Some sort of aioli? No matter. No one is perfect. But you're as close to perfection as one could possibly be. You're my ham sandwich.
Welcome, friends, to tonight's edition of Trivial Space Ensemble, the Valentine's Day edition. I'm your smooth-talking heavenly host, Evan, and I'm here tonight to teach you all about love. For you see, love is a lot like this sandwich here. Many ingredients from different places of varying degrees of quality. But as I mentioned earlier, there's no such thing as a perfect sandwich. For you see, the love between a man and a sandwich is all about compromise. Sometimes I like to eat something other than a sandwich. Sometimes a sandwich would prefer that somebody else be eating it. Sometimes I think to myself, I can't believe we'll be married in 3 months. But every time, I invariably return to the idea that if I can be with this sandwich for the rest of my life, then perhaps there's hope for the rest of us. Oh, I'm getting the too esoteric sign from my producer here, which is usually my cue to move on. Which is perfect, actually, because I'm getting a little warm. So you'll have to excuse me while I slip into something a bit more comfortable. That's better. Well, folks, here we are. If there's a holiday more firmly rooted in staunch, raging capitalism than Valentine's Day is, well, I've never heard of it. Well, maybe Christmas. Because if you haven't showered your loved one with candy and cards and novelty stuffed animals and steak and piping hot water, then apparently you have lowered your romance capital, to coin a term, resulting in a relationship built on nothing but hostility and resentment. So much so that even when your next romantic gesture comes, however well-intentioned it may be, your partner sees nothing but the empty black void left in the cavity of their chest, which had previously housed something which remotely resembled a human heart, and they think to themselves, this is who I've chosen to spend my life with? Well, I say no! If we quantify the worth of our fellow man based solely on the number of GameStop stocks they sold just before that particular bubble burst, then we are not human. For if we hold, do we not also bleed? If we hold, do we not also bleed? But I digress. What do you say we get on with tonight's game, folks? We've got a game of trivia for you tonight, and we follow our usual format. We have 20 multiple choice questions that get harder as we go along, and we ask that you submit your answers via the Google form that was emailed to you if you are playing to win. If not, you can, of course, keep track of your own score at home As is usually the case, the chat is open. However, please do not post any answers in the chat. We will be revealing the answers at the end of tonight's game, and whoever answers the most number of questions correctly will receive a Liminal Space Ensemble swag bag trademark with a Liminal Space Ensemble t-shirt, stickers, and the official bragging rights certificate in the mail. And we've got a host of teams playing this evening. We've got Dvorak and Coke, Spooky Action at a Distance, the Love Doctoral Candidates, Shish Kebab, Shish Kebab, Shish Kebab, Team Charlotte, Nana and Dad, Yarg, Weeby Pirates, TNC, the returning champs, Muddy Murrays, the Kylers, the Cupid Missile Crisis, Boomstick, the Lavals, and Snowbelters. With a Z. Well, we've rattled off our team names, we've given you the rules.
Liminal presents to you Trivial Space Ensemble.
All right, folks, here we are. Question 1. My Heart Will Go On is the famous love ballad from what blockbuster film? Is it A, Titanic, B, Ghost, C, Babe, or D, Casablanca? 15 seconds, starting now. Question 2. Finish the song title. If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be what? Is it A, wrong again, B, right, C, emotionally invested in that right now, or D, moited? 15 seconds, starting now. Question the third. Love Song was the debut single for what singer-songwriter? Is it A, Ingrid Michaelson, B, Colby Calais, C, Sarah Bareilles, or D, Christina Perri? 15 seconds, starting now. Question 4. What song can be heard accompanying this iconic scene from Ghost featuring Patrick Swayze? Is it A, Unchained Melody, B, Your Song, C, Something, or D, The White Cliffs of Dover? 15 seconds. Okay, steamrolling right along. Question 5. I'll Cover You is the love duet between Angel and Gallants in what Broadway musical? Is it A, Rent, B, Once, C, Grease, or D, Chicago? 15 seconds. Question 6. This 1956 Elvis song was number one on VH1's Top 110 Top 10 love songs of all time. Is it A, Can't Help Falling in Love, B, All Shook Up, C, Teddy Bear, or D, Love Me Tender? 15 seconds. Well, seems we are having some technical difficulties here, folks. Please bear with us as we try to solve the problem. We have our most expert technicians working on the issue. Well, here we are. Question 7. Let us know in the chat if you're having any issues, because we're doing fine. Question 7. So, This Is Love is the romantic ballad from what Disney animated movie? Is it A, Snow White, B, Sleeping Beauty, C, Cinderella, or D, Lady and the Tramp? 15 seconds. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Filling in for the timer this evening is yours truly. And question 8. What song is playing on the radio in this famous scene from Say Anything? Is it A, The Book of Love, B, In Your Eyes, C, Don't Give Up, or D, Mercy Street? You have 15 seconds to answer this question. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's time. Question 9. This duet, sung by Diana Ross and Lionel Richie, is also the title of which movie? Is it A, All for Love, B, Some Kind of Wonderful, C, Oceans Apart, or D, Endless Love? 15 seconds starting now. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And time. Question 10. I Will Always Love You was made famous by Whitney Houston, but it was originally written by whom? Is it A, Linda Ronstadt, B, Dolly Parton, C, Johnny Cash, or D, Cher? 15 seconds starting now. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And time. Here we are at the halfway point, and we are moving on to question 11. The famous Wedding March comes from a larger work by which composer? Is it A, Richard Strauss, B, Richard Wagner, C, Felix Mendelssohn, or D, Hector Berlioz? 15 seconds starting now. 15. 13. Thank you, Mr. Timer, for rejoining us. Question 12. Although it has been covered by many artists, who originally recorded the song L-O-V-E? Is it A, Frank Sinatra, B, Michael Bublé, C, Bing Crosby, or D, Nat King Cole? You've got 15 seconds. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, timer, where art thou? Question 13. Kiss from a Rose by Seal was the love theme in what 1995 movie soundtrack? Is it A, Batman Forever, B, Clueless, C, While You Were Sleeping, or D, Seven? 15 seconds. Well, thank you for joining us again, Mr. Timer. Question 14. Leave It to Beyonce. Her hit song, Love on Top, famously features how many key changes? Is it A, 1, B, 4, C, 6, or D, 12? 15 seconds. All right, question 15. All You Need Is Love by The Beatles was released as a non-album single following the success of what album? Is it A, Revolver, B, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, C, Abbey Road, or D, Rubber Soul? 15 seconds. Here we are, folks. Last 5 questions. Question 16. Charles Strauss composed the music for Dance a Little Closer, which gave Broadway its first gay love duet. He then composed what other Broadway hit? Is it A, Cats, B, Les Miserables, C, Annie, or D, 42nd Street? 15 seconds. Okay, question 17. Which one of Taylor Swift's exes has not been immortalized in a TS song? Is it A, Joe Jonas, B, John Mayer, C, Jake Gyllenhaal, or D, Lucas Till? 15 seconds. Question 18. Based on Billboard Hot 100 rankings, which song has earned the title of Top Love Song of All Time? Is it A, Endless Love by Diana Ross, B, Because You Loved Me by Celine Dion, C, I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston, or D, I Can't Stop Loving You by Ray Charles? 15 seconds, starting now. All right, final two questions here, folks. Number 19. Which of these composers did not base a composition off of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet? Is it A. Charles Gounod, B. Hector Berlioz, C. Sergei Rachmaninoff, or D. Leonard Bernstein? 15 seconds. All right, folks, the final question. Number 20. According to Spotify, what was the top wedding song of 2020? Is it A, Conversations in the Dark by John Legend? Is it B, Marry Me by Train? Is it C, Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran? Or D, 1,000 Years by Christina Perri? 15 seconds starts now. Okay, that's it for the questions, folks. Before we get on to the answers, I just want to take a moment to thank you for supporting our project Little Journeys to the Homes of the Great. This is a commissioning project that we began all the way back at the beginning of 2019. The idea is to pair 5 composers with 5 writers to create and compose original works of art based on the life of East Aurora's own Elbert Hubbard. These pieces will be premiered at the Roycroft campus in June of 2021. Thank you again for supporting Little Journeys to the Homes of the Great. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Question 1. The answer to My Heart Will Go On being the famous love ballad from this blockbuster film, that answer is, of course, A. Titanic, featuring those 2 lovebirds. Aren't they cute? Question 2. Finish the song title. If loving you is wrong, I don't wanna be emotionally invested in that right now. No, I don't wanna be right. Question 3. Love Song. That's the debut single for this singer-songwriter. That is B, of course, Sarah Bareilles. C. Question 4. The song heard accompanying Patrick Swayze in this scene from Ghost is, of course, A. Unchained Melody. I'll Cover You is the love duet between Angel and Collins from this Broadway musical. Well, if you know who those characters are, you know that they hail from the musical called A. Rent. Yep. Question 6. This 1956 Elvis song was number 1 on the top 10 love songs of all time. That song, of course, being D. Love Me Tender. I'm not really sure I know how that song goes. All right, question 7. So, This Is Love is the romantic ballad from this Disney animated movie, that movie being C. Cinderella. I should have said C as in Cinderella, but of course, hindsight being what it is. Question 8. What song is played on the radio in this famous scene featuring John Cusack from the movie Say Anything? If you answered B, In Your Eyes, also not really sure I know how that song goes, you would be correct. Question 9. This duet, sung by Diana Ross and Lionel Richie, is also the title of which movie? That movie, of course, being D, Endless Love. Question 10. And I will always love you. Was written by whom? Not Whitney Houston, but in fact B, Dolly Parton. I was doing my best Dolly Parton vibrato imitation. She's got a crazy voice. I'm a huge fan of Dolly Parton. Okay, question 11. The famous Wedding March comes from a larger work by which composer? If you answered Wagner, you're thinking of the Bridal March. The Wedding March was, of course, composed by C, Felix Mendelssohn. Question 12. Although it has been covered by many artists, this one is the original recorder of the song L-O-V-E, and that is, of course, D, Nat King Cole. Yep. Question 13. Kiss from a Rose by Seal. That was the love theme from this 1995 movie, if you can believe it, A, Batman Forever, featuring the forgettable performance of Val Kilmer. Question 14. Leave It to Beyonce. This song, Love on Top, famously features this many key changes being 4, not modulations, key changes. Question 15. Just checking with my fact checkers over here. It is in fact key changes, yes. Question 15. All You Need Is Love by the Beatles was released as a non-album single following the success of B, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Oh yeah, who doesn't love a good old Beatles tune or something? Question 16. Charles Strauss. He's the composer of Dance a Little Closer, which gave Broadway its first gay love duet. He then went on to compose this Broadway hit. Drum roll, it is K-C, as in C for Annie. Yeah, I knew that. See that big cat next to her? That's what really fooled me. Okay. Question 17. Which one of Taylor Swift's exes has not been immortalized in a TS song? The answer is D, Lucas Till. She must have really hated that guy to not have written a song about him. Question 18. Based on Billboard Hot 100 rankings, this song has earned the title of Top Love Song of All Time. And if you thought it was And I Will Always Love You, you would be incorrect. The answer is A, Endless Love by Diana Ross. Question 19. Which of these composers did not base a composition off of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet? Well, Gounod has the opera. Berlioz has the choral symphony. Bernstein has the musical adaptation, otherwise known as West Side Story, leaving Rachmaninoff hanging out to dry. If you listen carefully, you can hear the piece of music that he did not write about Romeo and Juliet. Question 20. According to Spotify, the top wedding song of 2020 is a song that you'll never hear me singing. That song being A, Conversations in the Dark, Will by John Legend. Just goes to show my knowledge of John Legend's music. Okay, folks, that's a wrap. We got all our answers out there. Do we have a winner that you can toss at my rock hard bod? Want to try that toss again? You can try that toss one last time. I'm looking to deflect something. Thank you. And the winner this evening of the grand prize of the official bragging rights, it's a tie! Ding, 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 ding. We have a runoff between the Lavals. Oh, not the Labals. It's the Lavals. Okay, the Lavals and the Cupid Missile Crisis. Oh boy. This is going to lead to some interesting family dialogue for me after this is over. So, we have a runoff round here, folks. You will be sent the Cupid Missile Crisis and the Lavals, that is. You will be sent a new Google form. Matt and Christina, that's a new Google form headed your way. You will have 1 minute on the clock to name as... It's in the chat. Okay, the form is in the chat. Okay, yeah, you get the form in the chat. Okay. You'll have... I don't have my phone on me either, so don't text me if you don't have the form. Okay. You will have 1 minute on the clock to name as many song titles with the word love or its various tenses as you can. Okay, and once the 1 minute has expired, you may submit your form. And the 1 minute starts now. Sorry. False alarm. False alarm. This is going to lead to some hairy debate at the next Thanksgiving. Okay, so we just have to run that timer one more time on my signal. Once we receive confirmation that... Oh boy, yeah, I'm blown up. Okay. My brother says no form, though.
Yeah, they're just saying no form.
No form. Okay, text. Oh, wait. I have the form. Okay. This is what contingencies are for. Don't worry, fam. I got you. Texting it to you guys right now. Okay. So, the Cupid Missile Crisis and Team The Lavals, you should have your runoff forms now. Please text me to confirm. In the meantime, let me just tell you how I got this wicked hot bod of mine. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of planking, and I've also been doing a lot of online shopping, which ultimately results in stupid purchases like the one you're looking at me wearing right now. Yes, thank you, Dad, for telling me that you have the form. However, I would much rather hear from my sister and my brother that you have the form, because you're the ones who need it. And I can't help but think that you're cheating and taking all this extra time to figure out all the songs that have the word love in the titles. Any sort of confirmation, a signal flare, a carrier pigeon. Can we just do it in the chat? No. Just do it in the form. Why can't you do it in the form? I'm about to call you guys right now. What's going on?
Oh, Matt got it.
Okay, Matt's got it.
But did M. Laval get it? Is that Matt?
That's Mike.
Okay.
So sorry, folks. While we try to get the form to the appropriate parties, thank you, Brother Corton.
Oh, M. Laval got it.
M. Laval got it. And the timer starts now. 60 seconds. we made it. That was your 60 seconds, fam. Hope you got your answers in. While we take the time to tally up the answers, we will present to you a brief musical interlude presented to you by our harpist and Liminal Space Ensemble co-director, Hope Wilk. I hope you enjoy. Crown this evening. In second place, we have the Cupid Missile Crisis, sorry bro, which means that the winner is the Lavals. Congratulations to the Lavals. You'll be receiving a trademarked Liminal Space Ensemble swag bag featuring all the goodies mentioned earlier, as well as the official bragging rights certificate, which hang on the wall in your newly remodeled bathroom, which I'm sure will look just dandy above that nice new toilet of yours. All right, folks, that's it for us. Thank you for joining us. Hope to see you at the next occasion, whatever that may be. I can't think of it off the top of my head. You'll find it on social media, I'm sure. Have a great evening, and until next time, deuces.